So you just read the article titled Experts Concerned About Online Gambling. So much like the author of this article, most of us, when we first were exposed to gambling or the idea of gambling, we might think back to the slot machines, with the one arm that you pull down. And the idea is that you expect a lot of money, like bucketfuls of just cash coming out, but it's actually not even built that way. It's made to take more of your money than it's actually going to give out. But as gambling has evolved and new ways of getting people to spend their money, well, it's also made its way into the tech world, right? Long ago, most of the places where people could go gamble would be, you would think like Las Vegas or Macau. And although it can be addicting, most people have this self-control that they're not going to travel to these places to gamble. And for most Southeast Asian countries where they try to limit the availability of gambling in order to control, keep it in check. However, as times have progressed and it's made its way into the online world, that's where the problem starts arising. People are more able to access these online gambling casinos, different sites where they're able to gamble their money away. And the worst thing about this is that the people who are most tech savvy are younger. The younger generations, younger people, they're the ones that know better about how to access these things and these specific sites, either through using some VPNs or just finding sites that most police that are supposed to crack down on this are not well aware of. So when teens, adolescents, middle school age children, high school students are accessing these gambling sites, it really affects them. It's basically like a drug. And at that time, they're still developing their brain, and they're not sure the effects that it's having on them. And most of it is a negative impact that will continue not only through their adolescent years, but when they reach adulthood. And of course, they don't even have the money to fund these things. So it's been a real concern for the police who are trying to handle these cases, but hopefully, they find a way to improve the way that they control these online gambling sites. So it's quite crazy to think how good these children are, or these middle school kids or high school students are at finding these websites. Because I mean, I wouldn't know how to get on there. But when did you first hear about slot machines, and what did you think of them?
I don't remember when I heard about slot machines, but I remember seeing them for the first time. So in the UK, I don't think we have a big casino culture, but we have a big arcade culture. So if you go to the beach, if you go to the seaside, there's always like some fun amusement center. And so many of the games are aimed at young children, like the toy grabbing machines or like small like coin pushes where you drop the money in and then it sees if you can push any more coins off. And then at that point, the slot machines are always in a different restricted section because you have to be 16 or 18 to use them. So I remember seeing them and I was like, ooh, what are all of these? Like flashing lights. So I want to go over there. This place looks more fun. And obviously my parents stopped me. But thankfully, to this day, I've never played on one. I know my personality quite well. I feel like if I start, I won't stop.
So have you been to a casino?
Never. I've
okay.
never even stepped foot inside of one.
Whoa.
I feel like it would unlock something in me that I don't want to see. How about you? Do you remember?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't remember when I first heard of them, but I had been well aware of that. And same like the author, I did remember that idea of one day I'm going to go and put some coins and I'm going to be lucky and I'm going to get that, those bucketfuls.
Yeah.
But in America, most of us, like when we turn of age, we want to go to Las Vegas and, spend some money because it's the time, right?
Yes,
it's like
right. You're finally able to do it.
Right. When I turned 21, I went with my parents gave me $21 to spend at the casino.
How long did that last you, though?
Not long.
Not long?
It was gone in 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty long. I would imagine even less than that.
Oh, and that was just me debating which one to go and use, because I heard some of them are lucky, some of them are hot right now. And one thing that my parents told me, that whenever you're going to do some gambling, make sure, if you're going to do it at a casino, you have one pocket with the money that you come in.
Yes.
Whatever you earn, you put it in another pocket, and they, never don't cross-contaminate. Yes. So that way you'll just keep your money. Anything that you earn, it's always going to be a profit.
Yes.
And then once one of them empties out, then you're done for the night. So nobody in my family has had a problem with that. So I think it's not something that I really care to do. I don't like these risks. In what ways do you think casinos try to create a spellbinding atmosphere?
So as I mentioned, I've never been into a casino, but I know that the casinos in Las Vegas don't have windows. So I've heard. So that you don't know how long you have been in there, what time of day it is. Maybe these days it's a little easier because you have your phone or your watch, so you can be a little bit more mindful. But I guess in the past, if there were no clocks, no windows showing you if it's daylight outside, then I think that's probably a way that they kept people. And also everything is so sparkly, I think. As I said, when I was younger, I remember seeing the flashing lights of the one-armed bandit machines, and I was like, ooh, what is that? I want to go play with that. That looks fun.
Well, we are simple creatures, and these shiny things get our attention. But I had heard the psychology of casinos. There are many things that they do. But one of the things that they said is the free drinks. They keep you there with free drinks. You can order whatever you want while you're on the floor, because they'll just keep you, they want you to stay very comfortable where you're at and keep spending money. Even also the patterns on the carpet.
Yeah, I've heard that
and
too.
The lighting, the way that they put the casino, when you go through the hotel to the hotels, you have to pass through the casinos. So it might be tempting, and they might even set up some people so they'll look like they're winning. So you get other people excited, and then they're like, oh, well, maybe I can win like this person. There are so many things that go into it.
So sneaky.
Yeah. Well, we hope that you, as a viewer, can practice some self-control, and if you do end up in a casino, and hopefully you can avoid giving your money away to these gambling sites. Yeah. Make sure that you use the vocabulary in your day-to-day, and we'll see you in the next article.
Bye.
Bandit.
Bandit.
Spellbinding.
Spellbinding.
Keep something in check.
Keep something in check.
It's a fair bet.
It's a fair bet.
Crack down.
Crack down.